Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway for the BuyNLarge 500. Bristol Motor Speedway is one of the wildest half-mile tracks because it is a high bank track in the Coliseum where people are going fast to win for the glory at the last great Coliseum while watching their temper. Let's take a look at our starting grid. In row 1, Cruz Ramirez in her first pole start after winning the Southern 500 last week with Daniel Suarez trying to save his season. In row 2, Phil Tankston with Bubba Wheelhouse, the 2024 Nashville race winner. In row 3, Colin Bargan in the Amazon car with Brandon Powercar in the Revolting car. In row 4, Lightning McQueen trying to rebound after a horrible race last week with Cal Weathers trying to stay relevant to win another championship. In row 5, Terry Cargas with Shane Van Gisbergen in his first race at Bristol. In row 6, Conrad Camber in the 82 Shiny Wax car with Carl Reeves in the Pizza Planet car. In row 7, Jackson Storm with Chase Race-A-Lot. In row 8, last year's winner Bobby Swift with Brian Spark in the Leakless car. In row 9, Steve LePage with Rich Mixon trying to get his first win of the year. In row 10, Jay McPhiller with Master Dragon 4000, the summer race winner. In row 11, Ryan Laney in the Blinker car with H.J. Hollis in the 68 N2 Cola car. And starting in row 12 is Ed Trunken with a terrible lap time during qualifying. Our weather for this evening is a cool 57 degrees Fahrenheit with 2-mile-per-hour winds from the southwest and clear skies. Here's our race analysis: 25 laps, 13.32 miles around the 0.53-mile concrete oval track with 24 to 28 degrees of banking in turns 1 to 4 because this track has progressive banking, and pit road speed is 30 miles per hour. The pace car is off to the pits. Meanwhile, Daniel Suarez and Cruz Ramirez will lead the field to the green flag. Here we go. The BuyNLarge 500 is underway. Brandon Powercar made it 3 wide earlier once they came into turn 1 and 2. And Daniel Suarez lead the first lap. And here's a few tips at this track you need to know. You better check your temper. That's the reason why I say these racers are checking their temper once they're racing. Don't overdrive the corners and don't go up because you might hit the wall. And Shane Van Gisbergen is in the wall. As I'm saying, you might go up to the wall or instead possibly wreck the field. Here's a look at Lightning McQueen right now, currently in 11th place. Now he's doing 12th now. And Steve LePage, he turned Rich Mixon and Ryan Laney and just moved Jamie McPhiller into the wall. Well, this track is pretty aggressive to race at because of the high banking speeds that you're going through. You're going like 140 miles per hour through the straightaways. And you're going like around 90 in the turns. Well, Wheelhouse is trying to catch some steam up against the number 99 of Daniel Suarez. Also, Cruz Ramirez trying to go back-to-back since he won the Southern 500 last week. And here comes Daniel Suarez. He's going to lead the 6th lap of the day. Here's an onboard Bubba Wheelhouse. The banking used to be like about 30-something degrees, but instead they just grinded the track down because the racing was not that good. They repaved this track in like around 2007 after the Food City 500 in the NASCAR Cup Series. Here's a look at Carl Reeves in his first race along with his teammate Colin Bargan. They're side by side for like around 8th place. Here they go into the turns. They're not overdrive them because you already know what's going to happen. Oh, Conrad Camber gets turned by the number 34 Steve LePage, and Master Dragon 4000 almost ruined his day. And Steve LePage just moved to 82. Oh, a little bit of smoke just came out of him. Oh, he gave Bobby Swift a bump. Here's now more from Master Dragon 4000. Steve LePage is massively loose right now. There's either something wrong with him, or instead he's kind of trying to move the 19 of Bobby Swift out of the way. Ready to go into the back straightaway. Bobby Swift made some contact with him, and he turns Brian Spark, Steve LePage, Colin Bargan, and they're piling up in turn 3. And the caution is out. pretty huge pile up at turn 3. Now we're going back. Here's a look at what just happened. Steeple Page probably overdriven one of the corners, then makes some contact with the 52, 32, slammed the wall. Then there was 82 of Conrad Camber, Ryan Laney, and Master Dragon 4000 both dodged it. Terry Cargas, McPillar, Truncan, and others were involved. Here's another view. Man. One incident could cause multiple. That's the accordion effect. Here it is again. Another view. Let's right on with Lightning McQueen. And also we're going to check the car behind him, which is the 69 of Master Dragon 4000. I hope that does not ruin a few people's day here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll be right back since Steeple Page brings out the first caution of the evening. Welcome back to the BuyNLarge 500. We're ready to go back green next time by. The lights are off the pace car. And we're about to restart double foul once we enter turn 3, like always at every single oval track. Our next road course will be at the end of April at Circuit the Americas. If that track is ready to race that at the short course instead of the full course used for Formula 1 racing. Once the restart happens, there's a chance that Bubba Wheelhouse might slingshot his way to the lead. So we'll see if that's true or not. Alright, here they are restarting double foul, so Bubba Wheelhouse will restart to the outside and Daniel Suarez to the inside. The pace car is back to the pits. Here we go, let's try this again. Restart. Ready to go into turn 1. They're trying to make it wide. Bubba Wheelhouse goes to the top and Suarez to the bottom. And Steeple Page gets turned by the number 19 of Bobby Swift. And Steeple Page turns the number 33 of Ed Truncan to the pits. Alright, let's see what just happened. Steeple Page probably overdriven one of the turns and checked up on the 19. There goes 19 into the wall. And he pushed the 33 to the pits. And the 31, Terry Cargas, was involved. He has no hood just because he had to repair the damage under caution. There's a view from turns 1 and 2. He just forced him down to the pits. Now Ed Truncan will lose a few laps. Here's an onboard Jay McPillar. Alright, here's a view with Ed Truncan. Well, Steeple Page is going to have to be pulled over for 1 lap for reckless racing. Or aggressive racing. We'll be right back since Steeple Page brings up the second caution again here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Welcome back to the BuyNLarge 500. We're ready to go back green next time by. The lights are off the pace car for the second time this evening. And Bubba Wheelhouse has leaded a few laps, and unfortunately we were able to have the halfway jam just because the half part of the race was under caution, so we're fine, we're just racing. Wheelhouse will restart to the inside and Daniel Suarez to the outside. Hopefully Suarez could try to slingshot his way to the race lead. The pace car is back to the pits. Here we go, let's try this again for the 3rd time. Restart number 2 is underway here at Bristol. Wheelhouse has lost a bit of momentum and Daniel Suarez is in the lead. Brandon Power Car was also trying to bring a piece of that action because he's been going 3 wide in the first lap. Now here we go, 4 laps to go. I just realized we just have a few more laps before the race is over. And Conrad Cameron's in the pits just because he needs to do further repairs. Steve Page lost a lap earlier, that's the reason why he chose -1 lap. And Ed Trunken had to lose a lap just because he was forced down the pits. Daniel Suarez is trying to win another race. The last time he won was at Phoenix in October of 2024. Now here we go with 2 more laps to go, and Conrad Camber is still in the pit. Yeah, pit road is a long way because you have to go around for like almost a minute of following that 30-mile-per-hour speed limit. That's pretty strict for a short track like Bristol. Here we go. The white flag is out. One more time around for Daniel Suarez. He's trying to win again, and hopefully he could save his season by just winning. Now into turn 3 and turn 4 for the final time. People will be saying that Daniel Suarez has won at Bristol Motor Speedway, and that will come true. And Daniel Suarez wins the BuyNLarge 500, and there's a wreck in turn number 3. Steve LePage and Bobby Swift again. Wow. I feel like Steve LePage has lost his temper against the number 19. We'll see what's going to happen. Congratulations to Daniel Suarez for winning the 2025 BuyNLarge 500. Alright, we're going to show replays of what happened in turn number 3 when Daniel Suarez got the checkered flag. Steve LePage just made it 3 wide. Moved Ed Trunken out of the way. And then he intentionally wrecked the 19. Yeah, problems with the 34 now. Here's another view. Oh, how Ed Trunken almost went out of control. Here's an onboard Ed Trunken. Oh, he just jumped up for a few seconds. He just pounded into the wall. This type of racing is pretty dangerous to do. Just wreck your opponents like that, like around 110 to 30 miles per hour. Unacceptable. Here are the official results. Steve LePage is the fastest car of the day with a lap time of 16.693 seconds. He'll earn that bonus point for the quickest lap of the evening after an abysmal day. Next week, we are racing at Rockingham Speedway for the Toe Cap 400 starting Wednesday, April 16th at 6 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Pacific. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is the Candy Cat Herd 27, signing out.